Well, thank you for that warm applause, and now we'll have to figure out that who we'll be applauding for and who will be handshaking to say goodbye. The numbers are in to make a hardcore businessman. You've got to know it's all about numbers. So let's get down to the facts. I think first I will ask Team Red to tell us what your strategy was. Tell Mr. Biyani especially what your strategy was, what you hoped to achieve, what you achieved, and how you all got about doing it. So please.
What we did was we took an approach of first focusing on how we're going to select the items, understanding that this is a festival time and it's going to be a lean period and we have a limited amount of time. When it came down to selling, we went all out, a little bit of a strategy saying we manage the stall and we get customers all across. So we had a good range and we tried to sell, and I think one of the good things that we ended up selling 17 out of 20 items, which was a very good collection.
17 out of 20.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant according to Mr. Biyani. You've heard it from the man himself. 17 items is wonderful.
I think that was amazing for the other team, and Mr. Kishore Biyani also said that selling 17 items of 20 is something really good. Hits off.
Could you one by one tell us how y'all contributed?
The strategy was, of course, as he said, to minimize the risk by keeping wider price range, and the risk of inventory cost was low. The strategy went quite well. Our strategy to to reduce the risk by having a larger price range of items to sell. That really worked for us.
You went for a low-risk approach.
Low-risk approach.
They went for a low-risk approach and they sold 17 out of 20.
But in business, you have to take some risk.
Yeah,
that's the point.
We did take risks. We had some.
What was the riskiest thing you all did?
We picked up some watches and we picked up some...
Did you all sell the watches?
We weren't able to sell that watch.
The high-risk item you all did not?
We weren't able
to sell. But you all did take a bit of a risk.
Basically, the idea was to target everyone who sort of comes here. So we had sort of 30% of expensive stuff, which included like perfumes.
How did you divide the roles? Who was the chief strategist and who were the...
Kunal and me were on the front end, so we were able to bring in the customers. I was able to sell all 3 perfumes and 1 or 2 bags.
So you decided to sell the perfume yourself to the woman?
मैं हमेशा से कहता आया था कि Ankit is not a doctor, he is a model. He is so charming, in fact. He charmed these 2 ladies, and these ladies walked up to him and bought a perfume from him. It's just worked just because he's so good looking, he's handsome, and he's not a doctor, he's a model.
In fact, I spoke to someone whose wife was actually, her husband was going for a meeting with you. I think he's the CEO. I convinced her, took her around. She bought like 5 items from here. So she was really sweet, and she was like, yeah, when he comes, I'll get him to the store too. So I said, sure, why not? And sort of established a relationship.
You got lucky, all customers aren't very sweet.
Do you all think you're going to win?
I don't know, I think we did our best.
Biyani Sahab, you think they were on the right track?
I think very good track. I think the smartest man decided to sell perfumes to the woman. I think that was a great strategy.
So according to Mr. Biyani, I think you all have done extremely well, but he's not very happy that you kind of dumped a lot of stuff on his friend. Tell us, what was your strategy? What was your execution like? Tell Mr. Biyani.
Actually, what we did initially was understanding what runs where, how. The ladies could sell today because even if gents would come, probably they would not be coming in a mood of actually buying.
You say the gents are never in the mood of buying.
No, it is about more towards inclined towards the seasonality part.
Even if a man is buying, he's always buying for the lady.
Somewhat.
How we take up the sales was that for the a bit expensive products, we were like more into customer satisfaction, we were listening to them exactly.
So what was the total value of goods which you all took with you, 20 items?
70 to 80,000.
70 to 80,000?
Exactly, because we had again gone for jewellery as well in it.
Yes, we had also taken some high-end jewelry.
We in fact went for a radically opposite strategy. We were in a mall in South Bombay. Behind us is the coffee bean and tea leaf, where an average coffee costs about 100 rupees. So the profile of the customer walking in was fairly certain. So we said we will take a calculated risk, we will play a value game, we will go with products that are high value, high brand items. We said we will, if we do 5, 6 big pieces, we are done for the day.
But who took that decision and who endorsed that decision?
She chose that jewelry part, and we all endorsed
the jewelry part?
Yeah.
Saying let's just one item, if we can sell it, it's a win.
It's a win for us.
If we don't sell it,
We got some samples from the perfume department, so we gave out as a gratitude for buying from us. So that was also a very good idea.
even getting a mic, we had the PA system hooked up,
so
and
we
we were
used the
trying
PA
to attract
system.
people with the mic.
You get the mic?
Yeah, that was his idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good teamwork.
I think great teamwork.
For Mr. Biyani, we did some kind of consumer testimonials as well. You can see it at leisure, you know. So
Good.
took the
Some
feedback.
critical feedback.
Good, we have done some good business for us, for the mall, for the store.
Well done. Thank you. Well done. Okay, I think the proof of the pudding is in the eating, and the only way to find out how you have done, since it's sales, can I have the figures, please? Team Red, you all sold 16 items
Out of 20, so that's
out of
great.
20, and you all made an overall sale of 19,269 rupees. Team Yellow, you all sold 5 items.
That's all.
Only 5 items, and you all made an overall sale of 29,945 rupees.
Even though we sold like 17 out of 20 items, the strategy sort of backfired because the high value goods weren't as high value. The other team actually sold one item which was 17,000, which cost us the event.
I think which means that your strategy of using a fewer items, high-risk items, and saying that if you sold 3 or 4, you would be clear. But you sold 5.
That was risky.
That was a risky thing, but you have pulled it off. I think you all have the confidence to say that we have the chops to pull it off.
I'm the best salesman of the team, or maybe salesman of the year if Kishore Biyani wants to give me some bonus for selling the maximum value of the stuff which we got. So I think I'm pretty happy about it. The huge margin we got against the losing team is something which I give credit to myself.
So I think Team Yellow, you all can step away and say to yourselves that you all are safe and you will continue to fight. You all are in the running. You are still on the show. All 5 of you. Wish you luck.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, but not goodbye.
I think that one deal took them a long way because they were able to sell only 5 out of 20 products. So if you're given a common list, it's about ability to sell. And if the list would have been common, we would have beaten the hell out of them.
Team Red, we have to pick on one of you to say goodbye. One of you is going to be outpitched today. Why should you stay? And who do you think in your team was the weakest link?
Only in particular extent where I felt that the 10,000 watch, a customer was waiting and I didn't get that watch because of other customer which didn't look interested was being pursued.
You think you were the weakest
You are
link?
the weakest link?
No, I was not the person. So I think Kunal was pursuing some customers like for too long. We got a client, a customer walking in. She was almost 70-80% into buying the watch, but she was not able to make the mind. And there was another customer waiting for quite some time. So I wanted to borrow that watch to show him, but in fact that didn't happen.
Whenever you are selling something which is a high value to any individual, it's a high involvement decision. That means the person wants to spend some time and understand the product before spending 5,000 rupees. And he felt that he should have had the watch to get a new customer. I mean, the deal is, dude, at the end of the day, you can't do a bottom-up sale again for a 5,000 rupees product in 2 minutes. I was already 70% of the way. I didn't want him to start 0% because it's ultimately the team goal.